Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Gayon din ang mga kapatid na nasa ibang dako ng mundo na nakikibahagi sa ating pagsamba dito sa Shrine of Jesus, the Divine Word. As I used to do during weekdays, I will focus the reflection on the first reading. Today, we have one of the best-known pages, I think, in the Bible regarding the prophet Elijah. And the basic question is, where is God? Saan ang Diyos? No? And if there is anything worth of His presence among us, is there something that we can get from this? No, the presence of God. And it seems in the experience of Elijah, the answer is negative. In the time of Elijah, when the reigning king was Ahab, there was an attempt to put an end to this presence of God in the midst of His people, eliminating precisely those who were encouraging to cultivate this faith in God, like Elijah. It seems that Elijah was left alone in this, and he was persecuted by the king. If we have some time, I think, to dedicate and read this story of Elijah in the book of Kings, we see that the life of Elijah is full of ups and downs. He believes in God, and then suddenly his confidence in God falls apart. He is faithful and takes justice into his hands. He triumphs, but also fails. He dares courageously, but needed to flee. Anyway, if we see, Elijah is like any one of us, anyone else. But we know, and that is the point of the reading today, God is there always. And it seems that God is present in the most simple means. God was not in the thunderstorm, in the lightning, as the first reading says, but He was in the gentle breeze of evening. In today's first reading, the great prophet can only be amazed at the passage of God, like a faint breeze after having walked through the desert. No, he was knocked down and dejected by the contempt of the powerful and his own people. And it seems that God does not console him. No. But He asked him something. No. To retrace the path traveled, to go back where one has started and retrace one's steps. Then there is something to learn here now. And that is the point, I think, of the command of God to Elijah today now, to retrace his steps and rediscover the hand of God guiding him. In our journey as believers, followers of God, this is a lifelong challenge to discover God's ways, and His ways many times are not what we are programmed to believe. Like Elijah, he thought that God would be a punishing God, no, a God with power, but God revealed Himself in a gentle breeze. It is important that we rediscover or come to discover the many facets, many forms of God communicating with us. Maybe, like Elijah, we need to listen to Him in simple things, in simple manner, in the silence of our hearts, and in the simplicity of actions, of love, of loving, not in the grand things, but precisely in the simplicity of our everyday faithfulness of wives or partners, of the things that we do, that we may discover God. And we ask the Lord, especially for people, maybe we know some who are questioning the meaning of life because they cannot find meaning or sense or joy in their life as they face difficulties maybe, or we remember them. But like Elijah, may they have the courage to retrace back their steps and discover the ways of God, the hand of God guiding us, guiding them. And the Lord comes to us with the simplicity of His Word that we have listened today, reminding us of His presence. He comes to us as food, as sustenance in the Eucharist. He comes to us as peace in our hearts, in our consciences. May the Lord then, may we experience His loving presence in our lives. Amen.